Ooh, what's up, everybody? My name is OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB. Welcome back. And I mean welcome back to some more Total Extreme Wrestling 2016, where we are rebooking the brand era, not the invasion era. It started out as the invasion, but we are rebooking the brand era of the WWE. We are in the year 2002, currently in May, and today we are booking Sunday Night Heat. Before we get started, I'm sure most of you might have saw the update video I posted, but for those of you who didn't, the too quick didn't watch summary for you guys. I'm back. I was busy with a lot of work and whatnot. I'm trying to figure out my schedule now with this whole new work schedule and everything else that I'm doing in my life. But I'm going to try to get you guys at least 2 videos. One video from both the invasion and one video from local to global at least every month. And that's going to start here in February. I guess so. February 1st, right? Anyway, you guys have been waiting long enough. I haven't uploaded since like November or something like that, or October, one of the two. Let us just get started with Sunday Night Heat. Now, some of you may or may not remember what we were doing in Sunday Night Heat previously on Sunday Night Heat. We were building up to the Heat Heavyweight Championship title match, which resulted in Chuck Palumbo becoming the champion. And then last week, Sean O'Haire decided to kind of beat down brutally on Chuck Palumbo. At least I believe that's what happened last week. Something where Sean O'Haire pretty much took his frustrations out on his former tag team partner and the current Heat Heavyweight and first ever Heat Heavyweight champion, I may add, Chuck Palumbo. But also, we started the Heat Tag Team title tournament. We already have a Heat Heavyweight champion. Now we need to determine our first ever Heat Tag Team champion. And we saw the team of Right to Censor, I don't know why the hell I said Chuck. Charlie and Russ Haas of the Right to Censor beating the fan favorite team of the Afternoon Express, Evan Courageous. Oh, excuse me, that's not his name. Kelso Courageous and Dizzy Hyde to move on into the tournament. Now, this match here is not a tag team qualifier into the tournament. This is just a tribute. No. This is just a pre-show match to help get the Samoan Savages over here, so we hired some local talent, that being Dwayne Gill, better known as Gilberg, and Hellraiser. Not really sure who Hellraiser is, but they were the 2 most popular superstars that I could hire in the local talent district, so we went ahead and gave it to them so we can get the Samoan Savages some more popularity on their side. So we have an abysmal match here to open up the night, with the Samoan Savages, Umaga and Kimo, going over the team of Dwayne Gill and Hellraiser after 3 minutes and 2 seconds, when Umaga defeated Hellraiser. You would think he would go over Dwayne Gill, but I guess beating Hellraiser would be the more impressive feat. So after defeating Hellraiser with the Wild Samoan Drop, Dwayne Gill apparently carried the match in terms of in-ring performances. Don't think I'd ever say that in my life, or I don't think I'd ever expected myself to say that in my life. I also don't think a lot of you expected to hear that on the channel. Either way, though, neither here nor there. Apparently, Dwayne Gill is a in-ring technician. So the announcing and color commentary helped to give the match a boost, which, duh. Hellraiser with a performance of a 26, actually outperforming both Umaga and Kimo, who only had a 25, but at least they're equal. And Dwayne Gill outperforming everybody here with that 35. There you go, Gilbert. You're trying to get that return. I know you are. Had a little bit of work with Goldberg and Co. maybe, and here you go. I say maybe because it's been so freaking long, I don't remember all I've done. I honestly don't remember most of the show. This is the only match that I booked today. Everything else was done like months and months ago. So let's see where it goes, right? Either way, 28 solid E rating here. Like I said, this was just to help get the Samoan Savages over. We are in front of 3,969 people in the North Carolina John M. Belk Arena, and we are recording. Good. let us move on, shall we, to the... Oh, what's this? Jack Lanza lets us know that Hellraiser was wasted on drugs and it really affected his performance. Thanks, Hellraiser. Now you got people pissed at me. Alright, anyway, we open up the show with a 49 D+ rating as Sunday Night Heat opens up with Too Cool dancing their way towards the ring. We've got Scotty 2 Hottie, we've got Rikishi. They're having fun, they're dancing their way to open up Sunday Night Heat while the bracket is revealed for the tag team title tournament. Of course, showing the Right to Censor moving on after their victory over, like I said, the Afternoon Express last week. And along with tonight's match between Too Cool and the High Rollers, Reno and Easy Money, who are not out yet. I don't reveal the full bracket yet because I honestly don't know the full bracket myself. I don't even know what match I want to do. I mean, this is kind of replicating last month's tournament for the Heat Heavyweight Championship. I mean, I don't know if I want to have a 4-man like TLC match or something for the title, or if I just want to have 2 teams go at it. I think the main reason we did the 4-way last time was because Sean O'Hare and Chuck Palumbo actually don't have that great of chemistries, which is why we decided to have Rikishi, and I don't remember the other person, I'll be honest. I want to say it was Monty Brown, but I don't believe it was. Either way, we did go with Chuck Palumbo, but I don't know if I want to replicate that exactly and have all 4 teams, or maybe just have 2 teams go at it, but I'm still thinking of that in my head. Either way, the not the Right to Censor, Too Cool are making their way down to the ring, and as they maybe begin to do a solo dance in the ring, really getting jiggy with it, the High Rollers interrupt them and they begin to make their way towards the ring when Gail Kim takes to the mic and she goes, "Gentlemen and ladies, place your bets, because the tag team tournament is underway and the High Rollers are the favorites. The Right to Censor may have moved on, but they won't be able to censor my boys. And while tonight you 2 disc jockeys may think you've already have this won, you'll learn quickly to never bet against the High Rollers." Quick little generic promo from Gail Kim to help get over the superstars with a gambling problem here, Reno and Easy Money, the Vegas boys pretty much. Here we go, as we get our first match of the night underway, or should I say at least the first official match of the night, since that pre-show match was just for the local crowd, I guess. But either way, this is a tag team title qualifier match. I'm not sure if the winner of this will go on to face the Right to Censor, because again, I'm not sure of the bracket. Either way though, 51 D+ rating, not too bad. Although it does say it's a terrible matchup here. Rikishi and Scotty 2 Hottie. I got to give them an official name and let them start building some team experience together as well. Rikishi and Scotty 2 Hottie, Too Cool, go over the High Rollers in 7 minutes 59 seconds after Rikishi defeated Easy Money with the Rikishi driver. Also, during the match, Gail Kim provided a distraction against Rikishi and Scotty 2 Hottie, but it was not enough as Too Cool moves on. In terms of in-ring work, Rikishi was head and shoulders above everybody else, to be expected. Gail Kim doing some good work ringside, good to see. Scotty had an in-ring performance of a 46, Rikishi with a 56, really outperforming everybody here tonight. Easy Money with a 35, looks like he was the worst competitor, and Reno with a 37, only 2 points above his partner. Rikishi is improving in his performance skills, and Scotty improving in his flying. I would have hoped to see the High Rollers get some improvement as well, but it appears not to be. Moving on, we go to a 58 C- rating as Too Cool celebrates qualifying for the tag team title match. They are once again interrupted as they begin to dance by the arrival of Primetime Monty Brown, who comes out sarcastically clapping. And then finally, he takes to the mic and he goes, "Quit celebrating out there like you 2 just won the damn titles, because you haven't won jack crap. You beat a bunch of gamblers, but guess who you didn't beat? Me. Remember last week? 1, 2, 3. Right in that ring. Guess what, fat boy? You ain't gonna beat me for those tag titles. You see? You may have cost me my heat title shot, but you ain't costing me this shot because Primetime is naked without gold. And while I got it on my neck, my wrist, but you know what? Primetime's pants are a little heavy from the big balls I carry, and I'm gonna need a big shiny gold belt to hold them up. So I'll tell you what, you dancing fools, I'm gonna find me a partner, and we will whoop your ass. The right to censor and any other fool that wants to step up, because when you're on prime time, you're on my time. So again, just a quick little promo there from Primetime Monty Brown. As you see, the issues between him and Rikishi are not quite over. Primetime Monty Brown has taken a bit of an exception to Rikishi's weight and doesn't feel he deserves to be here in the WWE. And wasn't too happy when that man that he felt didn't deserve to be here in the WWE beat him and cost him his, well, heat heavyweight title shot. So it looks like Primetime Monty Brown himself is entering himself into this tag team tournament, but he doesn't have a partner yet, so looks like he's on the lookout there. No worker improvements there, but I, for one, thought that was a great promo. Moving on, we go to a 56 C- rating, as now we are backstage in Paul Heyman's office as he awaits the arrival of Sean O'Haire, of course, to talk about what happened last week. Like I said, I believe what happened last week was Chuck Palumbo maybe had a match or a title defense or something like that, and it was like a joke kind of defense. Maybe it was against Gilbert, but either way, Sean O'Haire, almost said Sean Stasiak. Sean O'Haire came out afterwards and beat him down and pretty much chased him out of the ring because he wants a piece of him and whatnot. He wants his revenge for what happened in the Invasion storyline when they were a team, the Natural Born Thrillers, and then Palumbo ditched Sean O'Haire for Stacy Keibler, pretty much. But anyway, now that I explained what I believe that happens, once Sean O'Haire arrives, the two sit down and they begin to talk, and O'Haire starts and he says, "Well, I'm here. What do you want to talk about?" "Well, Mr. O'Haire, it's about last week. Look, I get that I probably put you in a hard spot for my actions last week. But I'll be honest with you, Paul. I don't give a damn if what I did affected you or anybody else. Because this thing between Chuck and I has been building up for quite a while now. This isn't about the heat title. This goes back to the Invasion, when my so-called best friend stabbed me in the back for a girl who dropped him faster than a 3 count. Where my so-called brothers at war stood by and watched him do it, and then proceeded to throw me into the pit to rot and die. And all that hate and all that rage has built up. And the second I get my hands on him in an official match, he wins. So if you gotta suspend me for attacking him last week, then do it. But you better be prepared to lock me away for 20 years or life, because I won't stop until I kill Chuck Palumbo." "Well, Mr. O'Haire, I think you'll be pleased to hear that I've got no plans to reprimand you for your actions last week. In fact, what I saw last week is exactly what we're looking for here on Sunday Night Heat. Shane McMahon and co. may have left you behind, but Paul E. Heyman will never leave you behind, Mr. O'Haire. I see big things in your future. And as for your issues with Mr. Palumbo, well, I don't see these problems being resolved in a basic one-on-one match. If we were to have you take on Mr. Palumbo, then I think we need to be a bit more extreme." And then, out of the blue, he must have had his ear pressed up against the door because he's just a nosy fuck. By the way, my channel is not for children. If you're a child, please leave. Out comes Billy Gunn. What? And then he comes barging in. Of course, Taz, being the security guard that I almost forgot about, of Paul Heyman, immediately gets up in his face. And he looks down at him. He goes, "What do you want, Looney Tune?" "Mr. Gunn, what can I do for you since you so rudely interrupted?" I interrupted because I overheard you handing my title shot over to this loser here. And what makes you think you've earned the title shot, Mr. Gunn? Isn't it obvious? I'm the one. I'll tell you what. Wrong voice. I'll tell you what, Mr. Heyman. I don't like the idea of being handed anything. So if you think you're ready for a title shot, then why don't you fight me in the ring tonight? The one. Well, Mr. Gunn, do you accept? Gunn, he's got a big smile on his face, points his finger right at Sean O'Haire, and he says, "You're going to regret challenging me tonight, you raging lunatic. I'll see you tonight." And there we go. Our main event is set. Number 1 contenders match, Billy Gunn versus Chuck Palumbo. Winner will face Hawk at the next Heat Super Show. I don't know if I need to do... I kind of pretty much cut the Billy Gunn, Mark Henry storyline. I'm not sure if I still need to do this stuff, though, so I'll keep it up there. Billy Gunn is getting better at his gimmick here tonight, and apparently this did lose heat for the Sean O'Haire Chuck Palumbo feud. Hopefully we gain that back. No worker improvements, though, as well. Moving on, we go to a 67 C plush rating. Mark Henry plush is coming out soon, guys. Look out for them. It's on my new shop WWE Pro Wrestling Tees page. Mark Henry plush is coming soon. Keep a lookout. Anyway, Mark Henry is making his way towards the ring for his upcoming match because, well, somebody's going to get the ass kicked, and it ain't Mark Henry. Yes. So moving on, we've got a 36 D- rating here as we brought Rory Fox. Let me try that name again. Rory Fox. God, that's a hard... I don't know why I have such a hard name with that name. Rory Fox. We called him up from the developmental territory to work here tonight and take on Mark Henry. 36 D- rating here. In an abysmal matchup, Mark Henry does indeed go over Rory Fox in 2 minutes 48 seconds with Death from Above and then pinning him for the 1, 2, 3. Squash match indeed. In fact, did we get a well-executed squash? I apparently not, because we're penalized for booking decisions. Oh, no, look, like, well-executed squash. Mwah! You gotta love a good squash, guys. Goes good with some peas. Great Thanksgiving dish. At least I think I'm talking about the same thing. Anyway, announcing quality and the color, of course, did help this match out. It did cool the crowd down a bit, but that's okay. It's a squash match. Rory Fox with a 18 in-ring performance. Not good for the young man, probably looking to make an impact here tonight. Mark Henry, though, definitely improving here with a 42 in-ring performance. Gotta love it. As we move on to our next segment here, a 36 D-. And oh, God. Excuse me. It's getting foggy in here. I can barely see the screen. Oh, my God. It's like the room's filling with smoke right now. I gotta rub my eyes a bit. Okay. Well, I think I can see Kelso Courageous, and I think I see Dizzy Hyde. I'm pretty sure that's their laughing. I don't know. It sounds a little bit like Seth Rogen's. You know, that's a horrible Seth Rogen. Anyway, it appears that sounded more like a kiss than a puff. The smoke sesh begins. We start off with our homeboy Kelso Courageous here, and he goes, "Man, we really blew it last week. Those suits really took it to us." You know why, right? Why? And Hyde proceeds to tell him why. Because it's Sunday, man. Preachers are always their strongest on the holy day. I don't think they're preachers, though, dude. Are you kidding me? Come on, Kels. All they do is preach about making wrestling safe for kids. That's all those Bible thumpers can think about, man. They do never shut up. Exactly. But let's not stress about it too much, man. Let's just spark it up and go with the flow. Things will go our way soon enough. And then, golly, that's some dang stuff. The smoke, it looks like that smoke is coming in again. And I can hear the Afternoon Express still, but it sounds like they're fading away. And whew, so is the smoke. Oh my goodness. You gotta love the Afternoon Express, but man, I think I got contact high just from being around them. Woo-wee. Anyway, no worker improvements there, but it seems like the Afternoon Express is not worried about being at a tag tournament. It seems like they're just going to go with the flow. Speaking of the tag tournament, we go to a 55 C- rating here as Primetime Monty Brown is back, and it seems like he's got his eyes on the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. Mark Henry is walking around after this match when he's approached by Primetime himself, and he goes, Mark, my guy. Just the man I was looking for. Man, oh man, do I have an offer for you. I'm sure you heard earlier tonight. Primetime here, he's looking for a partner to chase some championship gold with. And it just so happens that there is no one on Sunday Night Heat that I'd rather team with than you. Think about it, man. One of the best from the NFL teaming with the legit world's strongest man. Mark Henry gives Monty Brown a kind of big, long look, kind of measuring him up, maybe scoffs at him, and he just kind of walks away. Where you going, big guy? Mark! All right, Mark. Hey, think about it, okay? Think about it. All right, yeah. And there you go. So it looks like Primetime found a partner. The only question is, does Mark Henry even want to have anything to do with Monty Brown? I guess we'll have to find out. But if that's the case, these two teaming with each other could be a dangerous team. In fact, they might be the world's most dangerous team. Moving on, we go to a 57 C- rating here. Here's Shawn Stasiak, a guy that I honestly don't really know what I'm doing with right now. I'll be honest with you guys. He's just kind of lingering away on Sunday Night Heat, but he's also one of the most over, if not the most over guy in Sunday Night Heat. I mean, he was teaming up with Mark Jindrak for a while as Power Plant, and now Mark Jindrak's kind of on a solo run. We'll see how that works out for him, although I did like Power Plant as a team. But anyway, though, just kind of a reminder that, yes, Shawn Stasiak is still here, and we give him a nice little, I don't know if it's a squash match per se, but a nice little match against Hacksaw Jim Duggan, who I share a birthday with, by the way. Just bragging. No need. Who knows? Maybe after his performance tonight, maybe. I mean, I do need more faces on Sunday Night Heat, and he would be kind of a guy to help get younger guys over, not someone that would go anywhere unless, who knows? Should we hire Hacksaw? A part of me wants to hire Hacksaw just because we have the same birthday. Anyway, though, and About That had a decent reaction from the crowd and subpar wrestling to it. Shawn Stasiak goes over Jim Duggan in 8 minutes 20 seconds by pinfall. Stasiak with an in-ring performance of a 63. Jim Duggan with a 42. 57 C- for the match itself. And you know what? I mean, come on. It's decent reaction. I mean, you could credit that to Shawn Stasiak from getting the reaction from the crowd and it being subpar, but I'd like to think Jim Duggan, helped out a bit in there as well. 57 C- rating here. It seems like the two met each other in the middle here because Duggan had an in-ring performance of a 42. Stasiak with a 63, so almost a good 20 points in between them. I think it's 21 exact, but don't call me a mathematician here or nothing. So yeah, this match was literally just the way to get Shawn Stasiak on the card and maybe see where Jim Duggan was at in his career right now. We then move on to a 48 D+ rating here as Backstage, the right two censor, are walking around scolding everyone and anything pretty much that they, for anything I should say, scolding everyone for anything that they see wrong. Typical right two censor stuff. If you ain't doing it their way, then you're doing it the wrong way. And unfortunately, they come across too cool. And, let's just go back there and see what the right to censor has to say to Too Cool, because Steven Richards is going to start us off here. Well, would you look what the 80s brought in. All jokes aside, Rikishi, must you not wear a pair of pants? Is it bad enough that the future of the planet has to see your planet-sized rear end every week? But must you torture everyone in the back too? Start counting your days, sir. Because once Mr. McMahon sees what Paul Heyman has done this Sunday Night Heat, he'll put me in charge. And the first order of business is finding you a big enough pair of pants to fit you. If the women can't walk around half naked, neither can you. And Rikishi, of course, he don't like Steven Richards. Who does? He goes, of course, jump him, but Scotty, he gets in between. He's like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Calm down, big guy. And Steven Richards and Russ and Charlie just laugh it off as they walk away. Typical bullying antics from the Right to Censor here. Making fun of not only Rikishi's weight, but also pulling the typical Right to Censor, no one wants to look at your ass, dude. I critique the women for it. I'm not going to let you pass either, dude. Rikishi looked good, though, so, come on. Look at that booty, guys. He looked good. You guys ever heard that WWE original? Put a little ass on it. Ass on it. That's my boy Rikishi. Watch yourself now. No worker improvements, though. We then move on to a 53 C- here as we just go to one of my favorite. I don't know. I love these little things when you see both the competitors making their way to the ring. It's got like the side by side. They're not next to each other, but you got Sean O'Haire on like the left side, and then a nice split in between, side by side comparison. Billy Gunn on the right side, and both of them walking to the ring or preparing for the main event here tonight as we have a number one contendership match. 53 C- for that. We move in to the next match, which is indeed the number one contenders match. 50 D+ rating here. And about that didn't have much way in heat and terrible wrestling. Good Lord. Sean O'Haire goes on to defeat the one Billy Gunn in 11 minutes 13 seconds with the Widowmaker, and by pinning him with the good old 3 count. I have no idea why I said it that way. Kind of sucks that this match kind of sucked, but what also sucked is that the one Billy Gunn and Sean O'Haire don't seem to click, and it made for an awkward bout. I don't know if I knew that already, but that sucks. It seems like Sean O'Haire just doesn't click with a lot of freaking people. The announcing quality did lift the match. It did cool the crowd a little, which is a shame because this is technically the main event. Billy Gunn with an in-ring performance of a 40 here. Sean O'Haire with a 47. And Billy Gunn improving in his performance skills as well. We then move on to the next segment, which is our final segment of the night. 54 C- rating here. While Sean O'Haire celebrates in the ring with about let me try that again. While Sean O'Haire celebrates in the ring after winning, out comes the Heat Heavyweight Champion, and the two former best friends start to jaw jack each other. They're having a nice little stare down, talking smack. And while Sean O'Haire is distracted by Chuck Palumbo, that is when the one Billy Gunn takes his opportunity and jumps Sean O'Haire from behind. And while he and Billy Gunn start to brawl, Sean O'Haire and Billy Gunn that being, Chuck Palumbo sneaks his way into the ring and he joins in on beating up on Sean O'Haire. And both Billy Gunn and Chuck Palumbo beat up on him and lay Sean O'Haire out at the end of the show, and maybe teasing a potential alliance between the two. Who knows? Chuck Palumbo came across well. That is awesome. And it advanced the storyline, although it didn't improve it, so what can you do? At the end of the day, we get ourselves a 53 C- rating here. Apparently, not enough attractive women on the show to satisfy our core male audience. Unfortunately, that is a problem. I thought that said the right to Cesaro, the right to Censoro. I feel like I need a female to accompany somebody. Maybe... Golly, see, I don't even know. Maybe a Monty Brown? I don't know. But that's definitely going to be a problem. All right, let's wait this out. And hopefully the video doesn't lag from here, because I do remember it seems like whenever Total Extreme Wrestling goes into the not responding era that maybe I drop some frames or whatever it is, and the video lags behind to where my commentary doesn't fit what's happening on the screen. So hopefully that doesn't happen here, but we do have some developmental stuff to look at here. Apparently, IWA-MS was forced to tap out last night. Oh, that's unfortunate. I think this was the Puerto Rican. No, it wasn't. It was Ian Rotten's company. Well, let's see. Ian Rotten was the last champion. So you gotta love when a booker books himself in the champion. When was their last show? Let's see. Their last show was... Oh, no. It was this one. April Blood Showers. Ian Rotten defeats Cash Flow. Look at that. They had CM Punk. Corporal Robinson defeated CM Punk. Mark Wolf defeated High Isaiah. So they had a pretty good thing going for them. It's a damn shame that it closed, but what can you do? Not my problem. Molly Holly was apparently on the radio. Apparently she reviewed last night. She enjoys working against people smaller than herself. Molly, you find me someone smaller than you, okay? We're not in the age of AJ Lee and shit. I don't even know anyone smaller than AJ Lee at the top of my head. Okay, calm it down, Molly. So it looks like we will be going in the order of HWA, NWA, and then OVW. So, and OVW apparently has a new champion, so that'll be fun to look at. So HWA is the first company we'll be taking a look at here tonight. 47 solid D rating here for the show. We open up the night with a 28 solid E rating here as the Bell Brothers, Mark and Mike Bell, defeat Future Shock by countout. Future Shock, of course, being BJ Whitmer and Logan Kane. We then move on to a... Oh, that's not what I wanted to click on. We're not there yet. We move on to a 30 E+ rating here as the A Squad, which is Chet Jabolski and Dean Jabolski, defeated the team of Dave Swift and Chance Beckett to retain the HWA Tag Team titles. Following that, we go to a backstage brawl, or just a brawl in general, between the Blue Meanie and Race Steel. 45 solid D for that. We then move on to a 23 E- rating here as Larry Destiny goes over the Navajo Warrior. Oops, again, misclicked. 31 E+ rating here as Lance Cade defeated Tony Kozina, or Kozina, I don't know. We then go to yet another brawl, this time between Terry Funk and Nova. So I'm not sure if, what was his name? Ray Steele and Terry Funk got a bit of an alliance, but it looks like they're going after the Blue World Order here, not taken to kind to their jokes, apparently. 53 C- for that. We then move on to a 30 E+ rating here as Johnny the Bull defeated Cody Hawk. And in our main event of the night, 53 C- rating here, D'Lo Brown defeated Chad Coiler to retain the HWA Heavyweight Championship. Next up is NWA Wildside Wrestling, which got a 49 D+ rating for their show rating. We open up the night with a 57 C- rating here as David Young goes over Paul London. Moving on, 46 D+ rating here as we have a three-man brawl between Ernest the Cat Miller, Cassidy O'Reilly, and Colt Cabana. We then go to a 56 C- rating here as Brian Kendrick gets what I would consider a upset victory over Scotty Wren of the Boogaloo Crew. We then have a confrontation between AJ Styles and Ken Anderson, which was a 54 C- rating segment. 34 E+ rating as Jimmy Rave goes over the other member of the Boogaloo Crew, JC Daz. I guess that's why they're better known as a tag team. We then have a 42 solid D rating here as Lazarus defeated Todd Sexton to retain the NWA Georgia Junior Heavyweight Championship. What the hell happened here? 54 C- rating here as Colt Cabana defeated Tony Stradlin. And in our main event of the night, which gets a 55 C- rating, the son of the Nature Boy, David Flair, defeated Jason Cross to retain the NWA Wildside Heavyweight Championship. And then finally, we go to OVW, Ohio Valley Wrestling, which gets a 50 D+ rating. We opened up the night with a 32 E+ rated match as Brett Sanders defeated Chris Parks, better known as Abyss to many, by disqualification. So it looks like Abyss got himself disqualified. 23 E- rating as Angel Williams, better known as Angelina Love, defeated Allison Danger. We then have a new champion with a 26 solid E rating here as BJ Payne defeats Maven to become the new OVW Light Heavyweight Champion. We then have a 41 solid D rating here as John Cena, surprise to anyone, retained the OVW Hardcore Championship against one hell of a hardcore competitor, Necro Butcher. We then move on to a 44 solid D rating. This sounds like a match I'd like to see. Brock Lesnar defeated Ricky Banderas. That's a good match. And then finally in the main event with a 55 C- rating, Fit Finlay, the man who loves to fight, defeats Rob Conway to retain his OVW Heavyweight Championship. So that'll do it for the developmental territories. And with that, that's also going to be the end of this episode. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, do me a favor, leave me a like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. And don't forget to share this video with your friends, your Facebooks, your Twitters, your Instagrams. I don't give a dams. Anyone you feel who would enjoy my content, give them a share and help your homeboy get some new subscribers up in this bitch. And as always, my name has been OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB, and I will see you guys in the next video, which will most likely be a local to global video, or, if you're lucky, Monday Night Raw anytime soon. So until then, I hope you all have a great day.